Hello, my name is Ramona-Alexandra and today I'm going to talk about the current state of Internet of Things adoption in retail. Evidence from Romania based on the technology acceptance model. This research paper was made alongside with my colleagues Miss Adriana Ionescu, Miss Ruxandra Lie and Miss Simona NICOLAE. As for the IoT Technologies Trends, the study used statistical data available on Google Trends between October the 1st, 2018 and October the 1st, 2021 for IoT technologies worldwide such as self-checkout, smart shelves, digital signage, RFID tags, and parcel lockers. Google Trends is a database of actual searches on keyword terms used in order to display the interest over time in particular topics. For data accuracy, duplicate search queries made by the same individual on a short period of time are eliminated, as well as low interest topics. The analyzed IoT technologies will be used as reference examples in order to better understand the perceptions of retail entrepreneurs in Romania in adopting such IoT technologies as the study will further continue. As for the methodology, this paper used an exploratory survey in order to determine the adoption of IoT technologies in the retail industry. The authors conducted a quantitative research by using the questionnaire as a data collection tool. The questionnaire was addressed to retail entrepreneurs in Romania. The sample of respondents initially included 91 respondents, but 24 respondents were excluded by using a filter question for identifying respondents who worked in fields such as marketing, research, or media. The first part of the questionnaire was designed for profiling the respondents, as seen in Table 1. In the second part of the questionnaire, respondents were addressed questions about the factors proposed by the technology acceptance model. More precisely, perceived usefulness, perceived ease of use, behavioral intention to use, attitude towards using, but also other three additional factors: perceived complexity, perceived risk, and subjective norm. Also, for reference purposes, the questionnaire design included retail IoT technologies examples such as digital signage, self-checkout, parcel lockers, RFID tags, smart shelves, in order to be easier for the respondents to better understand the questions addressed. For accurately measuring each respondent's perception on the factors influencing IoT adoption in Romania retail market, the 7-point Likert scale was used. Table 2 highlights the research hypothesis. Hypothesis 1. Perceived risks positively influences perceived usefulness. Hypothesis 2. Perceived usefulness positively influences perceived ease of use. Hypothesis 3. Perceived usefulness positively influences subjective norm. Hypothesis 4. Subjective norm regarding IoT adoption in retail positively influences the behavioral intention to use. Hypothesis 5. Attitude towards using IoT in retail positively influences the behavioral intention to use. Hypothesis 6. Subjective norm positively influences the attitude towards using. Hypothesis 7. Perceived ease of use positively influences the behavioral intention to use. Hypothesis 8. Perceived complexity positively influences the behavioral intention to use. As for the results, in order to verify the internal validity of the questionnaire, the research continued by determining the Cronbach's alpha coefficient for each variable. According to Tabor, Cronbach alpha's values between 0.7 and 0.8 indicates a good internal consistency. Values between 0.8 and 0.9 indicate high internal consistencies, and values between 0.9 and 1 indicate an excellent internal consistency, assuring the statistical reliability of the data as it can be observed in Table 4. Most of the values are over 8, 0.8. Furthermore, we use the Pearson's correlation analysis. As it can be observed in Table 5, a very strong correlation was registered between attitude towards using and subjective norm. Strong correlations were registered between perceived usefulness and perceived ease of use, between attitude towards using and behavioral intention to use, and also between perceived usefulness and behavioral intention to use. Negative statistical correlations were registered between perceived ease of use and perceived complexity, and between perceived ease of use and perceived risks. Table 6 presents the validation or invalidation of research hypothesis. Positive results higher than 0.5 will be considered as reference for validating the hypothesis. Conclusions. The proposed research analyzed the adoption of IoT technologies among 67 Romanian entrepreneurs in the retail industry by using a conceptual framework based on the technology acceptance model. We noticed that the factors included in the original technology acceptance model have very strong correlation, the highest correlation being recorded between the factors perceived usefulness and perceived ease of use. The highest correlation was recorded between attitude towards using and subjective norm. On the other hand, the weakest correlation was recorded between perceived ease of use and perceived complexity.